Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash rates ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on. What up, everybody? What's good? What's good?
What up? Back.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, hit the like button. Let's run the likes up. Make sure y'all hit the like button over there on YouTube. Y'all tend to forget. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Make sure y'all run the likes up over here on TikTok. Let's run the likes up. What's up, y'all?
What's good?
Shoot. What's good, y'all? Man, where y'all been? Y'all like we've been gone for a week. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It was no news yesterday. Like nothing news, but like nothing to come up here and entertain y'all with. Like it was nothing to talk about. To be honest, it was really no news. We was looking. It was nothing to come up here and discuss. It was a very dry day for news for crypto yesterday. But of course, we got over flooded today. So we got a lot to go over today because it was really nothing to talk about yesterday. But we do got to talk about MasterCard because they are acquiring that infrastructure firm bank, or however you pronounce it. So MasterCard is acquiring a stablecoin infrastructure firm for $1.8 billion. So MasterCard is moving all their stuff on chain. We're going to talk about how consumers say, so 75% of consumers say inflation coping strategies aren't working. We're going to talk about tokenized oil to treasuries, and CFOs map the real world asset boom. We got an OpenSea article. We're going to talk about Trump putting pressure on Fed Chair Powell to cut rates right now. We're going to talk about Bitcoin going back over 73,000. We're going to talk about how Tether still holds more cash, but Circle's USDC is now moving more of crypto's money. We got to talk about how we got a senator that is moving to block Social Security trust funds from investing in crypto following Trump's crypto retirement push. So, of course, I already know how this article is going to go before we even get into it. They're going to blame it on volatility and safety.
Yep.
Volatility and safety. I already know that's what they're going to that's what they're going to that's going to be his excuse. It's too volatile, it's not safe. We're trying to protect you. That's what they're going to tell the old people that don't know what the hell is going on. So it's unfortunate that people are getting ready to be misled by Senator Durbin. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about PayPal. PayPal I 70 country 70 country PYUSD expansion with rewards for a stablecoin despite Clarity Act limbo. I got a clip to play as well with Senator Kevin Cramer. And he's talking about the Clarity Act and this Easter deadline that they now have. I just feel like that we just keep moving the goalposts on these deadlines. What happened to the March 1st deadline? Where it's insane. Right. And then we're gonna talk about the CFTC as well, because the CFTC staff issue a no action position to self-custodial crypto asset wallet software provider. So we're gonna talk about that. We got to talk about this agentic AI push also. Let me see. I think did I miss any of your articles? There, I got everything.
Yeah, and you said Trump.
Yeah, I got everything.
The Fed, and you said OpenSea, right?
Yeah, and OpenSea. So we're gonna talk about Trump urging the Fed to go ahead and lower rates. So we'll actually start with that one. Well, actually, I'm gonna pull that one up. So yeah, again, dry as hell yesterday. A lot to go over today. So yeah, y'all might as well get comfortable. If you're at work, get your headphones. We about to get into it. So yeah, let's start off with this Trump article. There we go.
All right, so Trump, what is he doing now? What is he saying now? He's always saying something. So Trump is pushing for the Federal Reserve to cut rates immediately. He said even if it's too obvious, a third grade student would know. So interest rates. If you don't know what interest rates are, interest rates is the cost of borrowing money. So when the interest rates are high, borrowing money is expensive. When it's low, the borrowing is cheap. So this affects mortgages, credit cards, business loans, investing, etc. So why Trump wants to lower the rates is because this helps the economy grow faster. So, not only people, but businesses can borrow and expand, and then consumers can also spend more, right? Because we live in an economy where it's like, yo, you're not spending it, what you doing? Got to keep spending it. And then the stock market is going to go up. And that's their whole premise on the economy, right? When Trump talks about the stock market and these people on TV talk about the stock market and the economy is good because the stock market is up, this is why they want to keep this shit going, right? So more money could flow into the stocks. And then the U.S. Would handle this debt. So the U.S. has about $39 trillion in debt right now. So lowering the rates makes it cheaper to manage that debt. So why the Fed is not cutting rates is because even though, Trump wants it cut, the Fed is like, we're going to stay the same, fam. We're going to stay the same. So there's a 99% chance of no rate cut at all because of inflation risk. And the big reason inflation could rise is because of this war operation, whatever you want to call it, what's going on right now, right? So how the war is affecting the interest rates because the oil prices obviously went up, and y'all seen that. And then higher oil equals higher gas prices, shipping costs, and food prices. So inflation. So what the Fed does when inflation rises to fight it, they keep raising, they keep rates high, or they raise them. They don't lower them shits at all. Historically, I mean, now it could be different, but remains to be seen. So the Fed strategy right now is basically waiting and watching. They want to see what happens with this war. They want to see what happens with the oil prices and what happens with inflation. So what this is going to mean for the markets, the stock market, if the rates stay high, the stock market may struggle to move slower. And if the rates drop, the stocks usually go up fast. And then the crypto market, crypto reacts strongly to interest rates. So if the rates go down, more money flows into crypto, and it'll be bullish for Bitcoin and stuff like that. But if the rates stay high, slower growth for crypto, but not necessarily a crash. So right now, the markets are okay because investors already expect no rate cuts. So they already priced no rate cuts in. So we gonna see. We're gonna see. What you think? You think it's just gonna stay the same?
I think it stays the same. I think it stays the same. My stance now that we're in March, we're kind of three going on 4 months into the year. I the same. Like I just told D, I don't think we see this market start moving until right before midterms. It's because people have short-term memory loss. Americans in general, to generalize it, they have short-term memory loss. They up the market now. He needs those votes. So he's going to up the market right before people have to go. To me, I don't think we see this market start moving until around September, October. And I don't know how we going. I'm not even saying that we're going to see that crypto boom. I think we don't see the boom till 2027, but I think that it'll start going up. We'll see some new all-time highs. I just don't think it'll be drastic, but I think it'll be around September, October of this year. So I think the rates, so for rates, it stays the same. I don't think they're gonna move them. They're gonna just play the waiting game. They're gonna blame the war. They're gonna blame uncertainty. Excuses lined up because they just continue to push the goalposts. So it's almost like they're just trying to buy themselves time right now, because they know exactly when they want to do this. So that's just what it is, and that's just where we at with it. It's rigged. It's manipulated, and that's just what it is. It's not a fair game. This is the worst the market has ever been as far as manipulation, because it's the obvious manipulation, but no one's doing anything about it. No one's standing up and doing anything about it. So I think
guys with massive, with massive bread in the market, they getting paid, so they're not worrying about it too much, right? And they're gonna find the next play, and they're gonna figure out the next play. So it's a lot of, like you said, manipulation, but it's a lot of just putting out FUD or putting out certain news so certain markets can move a certain way. So it's it's crazy.
Exactly. So we're gonna talk about MasterCard. Well, we're gonna talk about MasterCard real quick. I think this was some of the biggest news that came out today. regarding MasterCard. So MasterCard is going to acquire a stablecoin infrastructure firm, Bank. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, so forgive me if I'm not, but they are acquiring them for up to $1.8 billion. So MasterCard is not just partnering with crypto structure. I want to emphasize that MasterCard is not just partnering with crypto anymore. It's buying the infrastructure. So they are acquiring Bank, which is a stablecoin payments infrastructure company, $1 billion to position themselves inside the next financial system. MasterCard is positioning themselves inside the next financial system. So we know this stuff is happening. We know it's going. We just have to get through the fatigue right now. It's a mental game right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. We all going through it. I am fighting every day to come up here, because it is a mental game right now. But stuff like this is why you have to keep up with what's going on, because now you see you got MasterCard and Visa positioning themselves inside the next financial system. We know this is coming. We just don't know when. They're just manipulating the market right now. But yeah, Bank is not a coin. It's plumbing. So it provides infrastructure to move money between fiat and stable coins. You got payment rails across multiple blockchains, tools for businesses to send payments, receive payments, and operate globally using stable coins. So Bank is the back end that lets in like a real world, real world money. So it already in 30 plus countries and supports cross-border transactions. So what MasterCard is really doing, so they're buying using them. MasterCard is buying the rails. So instead of partnering with crypto firms, they are now owning the infrastructure layer. So this is a major shift integration to control. So they are also positioning for global stablecoin payments. So this deal enables cross-border payments, remittances, business payouts using digital dollars. So this matters because stablecoins are faster than SWIFT. They're cheaper than traditional. We're available 24/7. So they are competing for control of the financial system. So this is a race between MasterCard, Visa, crypto native firms like Coinbase. So MasterCard is trying to avoid being basically they're trying to avoid not being needed pretty much. So they don't want to be cut out of the money movement as blockchain takes over. So they're pretty much trying to secure their spot in the new payment rails. So stable coins are the new payment layer. So institutions now see stable coins as core financial infrastructure, not speculation, but settlement rails. So this is why Stripe bought Bridge. Talked about that before, about Stripe buying Bridge for $1.1 billion. Coinbase actually tried to buy Bank for $2 billion, but I guess the deal didn't go through. And then now MasterCard closes the deal. So MasterCard got the deal over Coinbase. So that's very telling. That MasterCard got that deal. So this is infrastructure consolidation. So we are watching traditional finance buying crypto infrastructure, not building it from scratch. Because it's faster, it's proven tech, and it's a so yeah, this move, banks and payment giants are not fighting crypto. They are absorbing it into their system. So what changes after this? MasterCard evolves beyond cards. So they're going to move from a card network to a blockchain enabled payment network. That is what this move means. It's moving from a card network to a blockchain enabled payment network. So stable coins, this is huge. So stable coins enter mainstream finance. So businesses will send global payments instantly, avoid FX friction, and reduce fees. So then you got to implement AI, because now you got AI plus stable coins. You can kind of make that connect, being the decision making layer, and stable coins actually being the settlement layer. So we've been telling y'all since day one, AI and blockchain go hand in hand. So MasterCard isn't adopting crypto, it's positioning itself to control how crypto moves. So MasterCard just spent $1.8 billion to buy the infrastructure behind stablecoins, not the coins themselves. They bought the infrastructure. I need that embedded in everyone's brain. Bought the infrastructure for stablecoins. They just bought the infrastructure. This is for $2 billion. For $2 billion. So this is very bullish for crypto. This is just showing us that this shit is happening in real time. This shit is happening in real time. The transition is happening. It's definitely happening. So stuff like this just continues to confirm that. So yeah, MasterCard is securing its role in the new system. So this is a battle for payment rails. Coins are becoming the internet of money. So, hey, MasterCard, that was a big move for MasterCard. What really intrigued me was that Coinbase did try to buy Bank and it didn't go through, but MasterCard was able to finalize it. So
they must have had a better relationship. And shout out to Paige in the chat. He said that Bank has a partnership with Ripple for stablecoin issuing on the XRPL. So there that goes. There that goes. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat though.
Shout out to Paige. I forgot about that. Bank has a partnership with Ripple. Wow. Okay, so there you go.
Just sneak that on in there.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So I don't think people are really correlating what's really happening here.
Right.
So yeah, let's shout out to Paige for pointing that out. I definitely forgot about that Bank and Ripple partnership, but yeah, that's a big one. So yeah, y'all, MasterCard is securing a spot in the new payment system. So MasterCard trying to make sure that they don't go bankrupt. Shout out to MasterCard.
Yeah.
So we got Bitcoin going over 73,000. Over 73,000. So they record $586 million in weekly ETF flow. So let's right quick.
I'm like, it's cool, but we kind of been here before. But we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's cool.
I'm gonna be until we see new all-time highs, I don't give a fuck about none of these. It's cool to see it going up and not down. Again, I'm not impressed until we see new all-time highs. I don't give a shit.
Right. We seen 80,000, we see 90, 100K. So, but we're gonna report it. So Bitcoin jumped to 73,000. I think right now it's still a little bit over 73,000. So this happened while, of course, the war is going on and oil prices are over $100. So the biggest reason why is the big institutions are buying through ETFs once again. So about $586 million in 1 week, fam. So the major player here with the institutions being BlackRock, right? So this is crazy because when institutions buy Bitcoin through ETFs, they lock it up, hold it long term. That reduces the supply available to trade, and the price goes up because there's less supply, steady demand, higher price. And so Bitcoin is acting different than usual this time around. So normally during global conflict, investors buy gold, risk assets, like crypto drop. But now Bitcoin is not following gold anymore. It is decoupling. So what gold did was actually went down. So Bitcoin went up, gold went down. This is a big deal because this shows that Bitcoin is no longer just a risk asset. It's becoming its own asset class. So crypto in general is becoming its own asset class. And we told y'all that 2 and 3 years ago. It's going to be its own asset class. So institutional demand, long-term adoption, ETF flows, all this shit is happening. All this shit isn't accounted for. And then the Federal Reserve is still important because the next big event, the decision from the Fed, matters, like I said before, because of the interest rates. And then so the key Bitcoin levels right now is the strong level to hold is 72,500. So if Bitcoin stays above this, that's a strong trend. The danger level is 70, going back to 70K. So if Bitcoin goes below 70K, it's a possible pullback again. So we're going to see what happens. And then the short sellers got wrecked like a motherfucker. So the short sellers got liquidated. About 60% of liquidations were short positions. Damn. So people getting Bitcoin, people betting Bitcoin would go down. That didn't end up being a good deal for people. So they got forced to buy back in and push the price even higher. So Bitcoin versus the stock market, Bitcoin is also moving differently from stocks like the S&P 500. It even showed a negative correlation recently. So when the stocks move one way, Bitcoin might go the other way. So what's driving Bitcoin now is the ETF demand, which is most important, the supply shock, the short squeeze, and independent behavior. So Bitcoin not following gold or stocks anymore. So it's decoupling. So this may be the beginning of crypto just really becoming its own thing, its own playground, just like gold and stocks is. So, and the bonds, right? It's interwoven, but at the same time, they all, got different rules that they play by, for sure.
For sure. Okay. We got this Tether article. This was interesting when you sent me this over. I laughed at this one. Tether still holds more cash but Circle's USDC is now crypto's money. I thought I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this real quick. I thought this was a very interesting headline. Shout out to the journalist for that headline because that was a good one.
I mean, it's the truth, yo. We already told you about Circle, but yo, go ahead.
Yeah, Circle ain't nothing to play with at all. So yeah, let's talk about it, y'all. So we now have a split in coin dominance. So you got USDT, which still holds most of the money. They have the largest supply, and then you have USDC, who now moves the most money because they have the highest transaction volume. So in simple terms, Tether is the biggest, but USDC is the most used. This is why we're in a crazy place. In a crazy place. So Tether is the biggest, but USDC is the most used. So for the first time in years, USDC processed about $2 in transfer volume. USDT processed about $1 million. So that's roughly 64% of total coin transaction activity on USDC. 64%. So yeah, what this actually means is that Tether is a store of value. So the largest market cap, because they have the most capital in the world, they're used heavily for holding liquidity, trading pairs, or markets. So this is where the money sits. So USDT is where the money sits. Then USDC is the medium of exchange. So it dominates movement of money. It's used for payment, settlement, institutional transfers. So this is how money using USDC for how money moves. February alone, just in February, the total stablecoin volume $8 trillion. So USDC was about 1.26 trillion, and USDT was 514 billion. So this isn't close anymore. It's a clear lead in usage. So it's not close. So why this shift is it's institutional preference. USDC is more regulated and is more aligned with with the US financial system. Institutions just trust it more for payments, treasury operations, and on-chain. So the real-world use cases are growing. So using stable coins to replace bank wires, move money globally in minutes. So an example from that trend would be millions settled in minutes versus traditional banking. Y'all know that's going to take days for them to settle millions of dollars. But this is happening in minutes now. So the infrastructure is also maturing. So you got you got MasterCard buying the stablecoin rails. You got CFOs tokenizing assets, preparing AI systems. So all of that is going to be a fast, trusted settlement layer. And that's USDC right now. So Tether do got the supply. They do hold the most money, but USDC is they move the most money. They're moving the most money. Yeah, this is crazy. So this is a power shift in money movement. So this is the control of So basically, control of finance is shifting from who holds liquidity to who controls transaction flow. And right now, USDC is becoming the transaction layer of crypto finance. So stablecoins are becoming the financial backbone. It's already
what? Because they was what? I mean, they was chosen. They was chosen from the get-go.
They was chosen, exactly. So yeah, stablecoins, keep in mind, they're already processing trillions of dollars. So they are replacing bank wires and cross-border rails. So this is the early version of a global digital dollar system. So yeah, this is huge, bro. This definitely is a huge shift. We were not saying this 2 years ago, 3 years. Like we weren't even saying this a year ago. So this is crazy how Circle IPO'd and just went crazy after that.
No, they went crazy. But we always knew that they was chosen because we had the paperwork. They was in the paperwork all along, 3-4 years ago, right? And they was always embedded with the digital pound group and a couple other organizations. We already said it, you know what I'm saying? Like in Coinbase. So I'm not betting against Circle. I'm not betting against BlackRock, Ripple, and Coinbase. I'm not betting against none of them. None of them.
No, because you hear Coinbase just think BlackRock. So this This is huge because Tether may hold USDC. This is what they're using to move the money now. So, man, shout out to USDC. So that's very telling. Shit is changing, bro. Shit is changing out here.
And exactly, and like we said, and like we mentioned a while ago, USDC, their headquarters is over there by MIT, over there in Boston. So who came through MIT? A whole lot of cats from blockchain.
Right. Exactly. So we'll keep this train rolling. So we got OpenSea postpones C token launch, citing challenging conditions.
Yeah. Remember we talked about, OpenSea, the biggest NFT platform, having their own token. So their launch date was supposed to be March 30th. So that's in about 2 weeks. So they're postponing it. They don't even got a new date yet. So they're supposed to launch this token called C. So they said the crypto market is too unstable right now for them. So the C token was meant to power OpenSea's new vision, and the features would include lower trading fees, rewards for creators, and community voting governance, and staking tied to NFTs. So basically, it would turn OpenSea into a more full crypto ecosystem, not just the NFT marketplace. So OpenSea is trying to evolve. They don't want to just be about NFTs anymore. They want to become a trade everything platform. So this is becoming more and more of a trend as Coinbase is doing it and other platforms. They want to be able to have everything. So that includes NFTs, tokens, possibly futures trading, digital assets across multiple blockchains, and they're even building a new mobile app for all of this. So they going all in. So the CEO said that the market conditions are challenging. So basically, he's saying that crypto is unstable. The NFT market is down bad, and not enough hype and liquidity for a strong launch. And then the tokens get one first impression. So if your tokens don't do its job out of the gate, ain't nobody gonna really mess with it. So I guess they just timing it. And the NFT market is struggling right now. I'm not to say that NFTs and smart contracts ain't gonna be a thing, but it's just the timing right now. So the NFT market cap dropped from $3.2 billion to $1.6 billion. So you're talking about over a 50% drop. And also the monthly NFT trading volume is now under $500 million, way lower than the 2021, 2022 boom. So that NFT hype is died down. But OpenSea is making more money.
They playing it smart.
Yeah. They playing it smart. They playing it smart as hell. You know what I mean?
Because NFTs are gonna blow back up. So don't take this as a negative for people that like NFTs. This NFT is gonna make a comeback. Yeah. They're gonna make a comeback, and mark my words. I will stand on that. NFTs are gonna make a comeback. And OpenSea will know. They'll know when to drop it. I think NFTs will start making a comeback when GTA drops. See, when we start getting into that Web3 and that metaverse wave, NFTs are gonna take off after that. So don't count NFTs out at all. They're not going anywhere.
Not at all. It's too important. And we talked about, Ethereum and how important they are to the banking system. Ethereum is a main driver behind those NFTs and smart contracts. So don't sleep on that shit at all. If anything, you getting them shits for cheap, just like crypto right now. So, look at different projects that you might be interested in. So OpenSea is seeing more trading volume from tokens than actual NFTs. And the platform is already transitioning away from, pure NFTs. So now OpenSea has a reward system called Waves, and then users earn points called Treasure. And these were meant to qualify for C tokens. So now the program is ending, and some users can get, fee refunds. But if you take your refund, you lose your rewards. So that's causing some frustration in the community. So OpenSea isn't the only platform for NFTs. So other platforms like Nifty Gateway and Rodeo are closing down completely. So, it's a timing thing, yo. It's a timing thing. They're just waiting on it. Just like how a lot of these other companies and stuff like it, just waiting on it. It's just a timing thing.
For sure. So yeah. Now they'll make their comeback. They'll know when to launch that, and it's gonna go crazy too. So we got to talk about tokenized oil real quick. So we got from tokenized oil, the Treasury CFOs map the real world. So let's talk about this real quick. Assets. 1 second. Wait, was this my article, D, or yours?
No, this was yours.
Oh, okay. No, I'm tripping. Okay. So yeah, so CFOs and institutions are no longer exploring tokenization. They are actively mapping out how to use it across real assets like oil, U.S. Treasuries, private credit, and bonds. So tokenization is moving from an experiment to real capital deployment strategy. Okay, tokenization is we told y'all. I mean, Larry Fink told y'all, the CEO, the largest asset manager in the world, told y'all tokenization is coming. So it's not an experiment anymore. We're here. We are here. So what real world assets means, just real quick. So it's physical or traditional financial assets put on blockchain rails. Those are commodities like oil and gold, government debt like treasuries, and corporate credit. So the purpose is for faster settlement, global access, and programmable. What CEOs are actually saying is that tokenization is expanding beyond finance. So it's not just bonds or funds anymore. It now includes oil, commodities, and real economic inputs. So that signals that blockchain is moving into the core global. So treasuries are leading the adoption wave. So tokenized U.S. treasuries are one of the largest and fastest growing sectors. So institutions like them because it's low risk, yield bearing, and easy to structure on chain. So this is where institutional money is entering first. This is where they're going first. So massive growth is also happening. So you have tokenized RWAs have surged to $26 billion on chain, up nearly it's up nearly a 4x year over year. But most activity is institutional allocation, not retail trading. Again, most of the activity is institutional allocation, not retail trading. So CFOs are not asking, they are asking which asset should we tokenize first? How do we integrate this into operations? And that's a late stage adoption mindset. So they know they late to the party, but this is important that CFOs they're no longer asking, should we use blockchain? They know they're using blockchain. They're using blockchain. They are asking, which assets do we tokenize first? Where do we go from here? Because they're late. How do we integrate this into our operations? So it's happening. It's happening. Okay. So what's driving this boom? Efficiency gains, because it's faster settlement, lower cost, and reduced intermediaries. So also the global liquidity access. So assets can be fractionalized, traded globally 24/7. This is huge because all they see is money. Because now for the first, we can fractionalize a stock that typically costs $700-800. If you only got $100-200, you can put in and get a fractionalized stock. So when it increases in value, your $100-200 investment increases. So everybody gets to make money, including them, and they get to make the most of it. So this is huge, but and it's because it's a lot of money. I don't think people understand how much look the future financial markets. People are thinking way too small when we talk about tokenization. People are thinking mad small. So that's why when people talk about market cap and they talk about X1, like all this, do y'all know how much money is coming? They're digitizing it, which means they physically don't have to print it anymore. They can just go type in whatever fucking number they want to, and it magically fucking appears because it was never fucking real in the first place. I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of the money getting ready to flood in with this whole tokenization thing. But I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, of course, the 24/7.
Just think about how much money is in the world. Just think about how much money is in the world.
Exactly. So then you got global liquidity access being traded globally 24/7. And then the transparency and control. Here we go. This is the main thing for them. Control. That is that control word. So on-chain tracking. So they want to see everything we do. They don't want us to see everything they do. So they're gonna operate privately, but they're gonna get to see everything we do. And then programmable compliance and automated reporting. But there it's still constraints because the liquidity isn't fully there yet. Because we waiting on this goddamn Clarity Act. We waiting on them to finalize the damn Genius Act, to finalize the rules. So, but most tokenized assets are held and not actively traded. So the infrastructure is still maturing. And that's mainly because institutions cannot go until we have some fucking clarity. So we're going to actually get into that clip next about this Clarity Act, because that is the motherfucking holdup. And I think everybody is sick of waiting for it at this point. It's so many people crashing out, and I don't blame them. I honestly haven't been like people were laughing at Vail. I'm not laughing at Vail. Vail's crash out is valid. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Do I think he be going a little too hard? Yeah. I mean, he been making videos. He been going at Brad Garland house and going at Ripple. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the fucking hold up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a valid crash out, because what are we like at this point? What are y'all trying? What are we waiting on? Like, it's honestly scary that all of these events are occurring between the war, the oil, the private credit, and the stock market. Historically, it would have crashed by now. Historically, we were in a recession 4 or 5 years ago. Historically. And the fact that you're not claiming we're in a recession, the stock market hasn't crashed yet, but are happening. Y'all don't release Epstein files. E-files. You know, so we got all this craziness. Good Doge exposed the government corruption with the tax dollars are being spent, and the market has not crashed. What? Like, y'all hear what I can't believe I'm saying this, and everybody and it's niggas right now paying their mortgage. There's somebody right now paying their car payment. It's somebody right now paying their taxes. And all these events are occurring in the market.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yep. It's scary, the energy that the world is operating off of, because I know we on autopilot, but everything is energy to me. The energy at the world right now, it scares the shit out of me, because it's like, are we serious right now? This is we are in the wildest of times. That is why you can't knock anybody's hustle right now, bro. We are in the wildest of times. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, that was pretty much it with this. That, you know, they're getting ready to digitize all assets, so stocks, bonds, and then now we're going into the oil, credit, treasury. So everything is becoming programmable financial instruments. Everything is becoming programmable financial, and I think they just allowing all this shit to happen because everything on the back end is still getting played out. Mm-hmm. I think that's really what's going on here. Because America was so far behind. See, it bit them in the ass for being technologically behind. Because when they needed all this, because now they need to scale, right? We got to go full scale with this, but we didn't have the infrastructure to do it because we were behind. So that is probably really what the holdup was. So you got to blame, past presidents for that. We're technologically behind because y'all evil asses didn't want us to be dumb. Y'all didn't want us to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't want us to see all this new technology and stuff. They wanted to keep us in this box so they couldn't introduce us to all the new tech and all the other shit that's came out like other countries. Easy, fat, eating this crazy ass food, inhaling chemtrails, and keep y'all in this 9-to-5 grind. So now it's biting them in the ass because now they got to play catch up with the rest of the world because we was behind. So this where we at with it. So now they playing catch up. So now you got these CFO people like, yeah, what we got to do? We know we using it. So what we tokenizing first? What we moving on chain first? So now, yeah, all U.S. treasuries, and so CFOs are now mapping how to move real world assets onto the blockchain. It's not if, but how fast. So they're trying to do it quickly. That's how you know we behind. They playing catch up because they trying to do this shit fast.
Can't deny it no more. They can't deny it. Man. They can't deny it.
No,
even certain systems that was just, all right, we'll get to it. I'm probably sure that they're like, okay, what do we need to do to rally this up? You know what I'm saying? Hurry this shit up because, we got to move this money over. Go over there. Go over there where you were. But yeah, it's all calculated, fam. It's all calculated. They or not. It's probably a whole bunch of different things going on. Some things that we know about for sure, and other things that we just don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of beef going on as well too.
Yeah. So while we're on it, real quick, I think this is the best time to play this clip regarding the Clarity Act. And this is crazy. This nigga saying, I don't know, bro. I said, y'all, I think they're gonna keep kicking the can down the road. It's all bullshit to me. They saying they want to get the Save America Act passed first. That's the only bill they focusing on. Then we're gonna circle the act. I listen, y'all. It's a bunch of bullshit. And because we the people ain't standing up for it, they get to play in our face. And it's unfortunate that we got to sit here and be aware of that and we have to actually watch this in real time because we got our counterparts out here acting slow, but they desensitize everybody. So here we are. But let me play the clip. Let me get off my soapbox because this is just insane to me. But we'll listen to his bullshit real quick. Let me know if you can hear it, D.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to say to those people thinking, well, maybe the crypto platforms are winning here. Are they winning in terms of paying? Or do you agree that they shouldn't be paying because it's competition for the banks?
Yes, so you laid it out perfect. We need to get to something. We need U.S. guardrails, the type of guardrails that clearly delineate between commodities and securities, clearly delineate between traditional banking and non-traditional banking, the rules of...
Dang, is the internet acting stupid?
I hear it. I mean, it's a little bit dry, but I hear it for the most part.
Can y'all hear it? Let me know in the comments because I don't even care about the video quality. Can y'all hear what he's saying, or is it choppy? If it's choppy, I ain't gonna continue with it. I'll just put it in. Y'all let me know. Let me know something. Let me know something. This delay kills me with Restream. Restream has got to update this. Choppy. Yes, choppy. Some of y'all saying it's choppy. Some of y'all saying y'all can hear it. Okay, so I'm gonna just play people can hear it.
The road have to be clarified for the security of our, by the way, of our financial institutions. That they're not unimportant in this debate, obviously. We have a wonderful legacy of diverse financial institutions, from credit unions and community banks all the way to the big ones. And so we need to look out for that. But we also, though, cannot allow digital assets and digital industry to go overseas, go out, or lose that innovative edge that is clearly an American edge if we do it right. So I think Cynthia's right on point. Time is not our friend when we get much past Easter and get deeper into this political year. So I think we need to have the right guardrails. I think one of our, we know we did the right thing when they all dislike us the same.
Yeah.
And so we have to find that middle ground.
But I'm just wondering, I mean, is this going to lead you all to have to open the Genius Act to change language there? I mean, is that an issue now?
Yeah, so you're right on a very specific point. That deals with the yield, the interest on the assets and who can offer and who cannot. And, you know, the bankers feel like there's a loophole in Genius, the third parties, the intermediaries, the PayPals of the world, if you will, to pay on those assets. Perhaps a way to go if we just clarify that. I think, though, we don't want to do, Maria, as miss this moment. While time is somewhat of the essence,
right.
We did do the housing bill. That is, we are on the Save America Act this week. That will take some oxygen, but we can do two things at the same time, and certainly the committee can. So yeah. I think we have to make this a committee priority for some time just before Easter or shortly after.
Okay, so
he's saying that they got to make this a committee priority before Easter or shortly after. He's saying that they can do saying that. Why the hell y'all can't do two things at the same time? What is going on? So I know some asked me, so what is your suggestion? What do you mean? We're going to continue to stack up. What I'm telling y'all is it's just uncertain. We don't have a timetable. You keep stacking because you see everything happening. That's what we come on here every day for, to show you everything happening on the back end. The progress being made.
I think maybe they might have been talking about what you were talking about before, as far as why people keep participating, possibly.
All about that. Like, I know me and D was talking about the crash out that guy, and shout out to that man in the airport that was like, they put the Epstein files out, the one that was yelling in the airport about the e-files, and he was like, telling everybody like nothing was wrong with that man. It was a valid, like, I'm seeing a lot of valid crash out lately. It's a valid crash out because and I be the same way in the airport. I just ain't do what he did. I just been holding myself together, but it is insane being around so many NPCs, so many sheeple, and everybody is just operating as if we didn't just find out the people who run the world, the people who make in this system are all evil, demonic pedophiles. Like, and y'all and everyone is still operating as if that shit didn't come out and become factual. See, stuff that y'all was deeming a conspiracy theory ends up being a fact. Y'all see the files, y'all see the documentation. On top of that, before the e-files even got to this point, you had Doge expose the government, showing y'all that y'all tax dollars that y'all are paying back right now, it was used for bullshit. And is still operating as if the devil not running the world and your tax dollars ain't being used to fund the demonic bullshit that they're doing. It's an insane, like anybody that crashes out right now, it's valid, bro. It's valid.
And for what you're saying, so that means if there's no crash outs, that means there's a good segment of people that's okay with whatever's going on.
Yes, it's a good amount of people. And I'm not even trying to make this political, but you know, I was thinking about something because I was debating with my godmother the other day, and I was thinking, and I didn't say this to her, but I should have, because I thought about it later when I was just in my thoughts. If okay, because she's saying, well, y'all voted for Trump, this is what y'all wanted. I'm like, okay, this is the difference. If we have voted for the Democrats, all the Democrats do is numb y'all in the system. Y'all just become desensitized. They numb y'all to the bullshit. Y'all go along with it because they keep this illusion going, and y'all are comfortable in the system because as long as you got a roof over your head, food in your belly, and a car to drive, and y'all can go on y'all little 1 or 2 vacations a year, y'all are happy with that. The Democrats keep y'all comfortable in that system. Y'all are comfortable in the illusion. What happened with Trump was, outside of crypto, the other reason why I was glad he won was because Trump is making y'all very uncomfortable. Y'all are uncomfortable because not only did his corruption get exposed, but the corruption of all of the elites got exposed. So now y'all are uncomfortable because all this shit then came out, and y'all don't know what the hell is going on. And so now for the first time, the people got to actually pay attention, because what happens is Kamala wins. This is what happens when you trust somebody. See, I trust D. D know my damn social security number. He probably don't know about heart. He could find it, right? I trust D. I know he's not gonna do anything. I'm not worried about it. I trust him. I'm not even gonna think twice about it, right? That's what happens when y'all get Democrats in the presidency. Y'all don't pay attention to politics. So now Trump gets in there, y'all paying attention to everything. So now y'all are uncomfortable because y'all actually see the world. Y'all see everything for what it is now, and y'all are uncomfortable as fuck.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, and people have selective outrage. I definitely agree with that. But I think that's what's going on right now, and y'all are so uncomfortable to cope with it. Because for the first time in a lot of people's adult lives, they actually have to see the world for what it is. And Trump is, and not saying that I agree with Trump because I don't, is like the image for that. He's like here's the world, here's everything. Yeah, this is what y'all been ignoring for the last 60 to 100 years. Here's all the trauma being passed down. Here it all is. Oh, I'm part of it too. Fuck that y'all know I'm a part of it, but here it is. It's not just me, it's them too. Here it is, and you look at it, and that's bothering y'all because y'all were comfortable in a system that was set up for you to fail. And I don't understand it. So then all of this gets exposed, and for the first time, y'all are uncomfortable, which is good because this is where you got to start. This is how change happens. This is how you evolve. This is how you elevate. Because when you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep working.
Ladies,
you know what's that? Like y'all been too comfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. She got that red hoodie on today.
Shit.
She got that red hoodie on. She's talking that shit because you got that red hoodie on today. Look, Kurt got the ice cold emotions.
Shout out my nigga Kurt in the chat.
Shout out to Kurt.
But yeah, I had to put it out there because I was thinking about that earlier, and I'm like, with everything going on, like Kamala won, what would be going on right now? Well, what would be going on is y'all wouldn't be paying attention to what the fuck, just trust her cackling ass, and y'all would be comfortable. We would just be on autopilot. The e-files wouldn't have came out. You know what I'm saying? We just would have kept the illusion going. It just would have been, you know what I'm saying? So here we are. And so I think this is how revolutions start. Y'all got to get uncomfortable. That house. I hate to say that because I don't want nobody homeless. Unfortunately, it's gonna take for some of y'all to lose y'all job, to lose this lifestyle you have created for yourself, for you to realize that the world ain't what y'all thought it was. This ain't a beautiful place. We cannot continue to vote and operate in a system built off evil, built off the devil. It's demonic. It's not right. It's unrighteous. A lot of y'all think what y'all doing is right because you get up and go to work, you take care of your kids and your family, and that's enough. The world is in fucking shambles. The world is on fire. This is a spiritual warfare. I don't give a fuck. You pay your mortgage on time every month. I don't care that you take care of your family. Those are obligations and responsibilities that you're supposed to do. Not giving you a round of applause or a pat on the back for that shit. Man or woman. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care. The world's on fire. This is as high as it's ever been. We bombing countries. People and kids, children, women, men are dying. People are dying from cancer at the highest rate. And y'all motherfuckers want to pat on the back because you pay your bills on time. Because you take care of your family. That stuff, shit you're supposed to do. But y'all pat on the back. So what happens is now you got little old Donald in there showing y'all all this bullshit. and here we are. So I mean, I ain't mean to get on my soapbox, but this is like I can't believe D say this shit damn near every day. When my soul contract is up, I am not coming back to this motherfucking realm. I don't care what the circumstances are. I'm not coming back. This has got to be the most insanity. Talk about living in insanity. It's insanity to be here.
Bon voyage. We did our job, fam. We did our job. Bon voyage. You know what I'm saying? See y'all later. All that.
I'm telling you, this is crazy. To sit here and watch the theater. Like yesterday, Eleanor came out and said that this meeting that they were supposed to have, I think about a month or two ago, got postponed because of the snow. So then they postponed it yesterday again because they were supposed to have it yesterday. It got postponed again because of a tornado warning. So I'm like, what about Zoom, Google Meets, FaceTime? We got all these options for me. Why do we have to meet in the theater? We got to have the theatrics. I forgot. Y'all got to set a stage and shit. It's so fake. It's so fake. It's the fakest shit ever. It's so inefficient. And to be so aware, that's why I tell people that's not woke, stay over there. Y'all don't want these problems. Because y'all going to be like me. Y'all going to be sitting here watching this shit.
They woke though, fam. They woke though. They said they woke. They said he woke though, fam. Nah.
You can't make this shit up. So everything, thank you, Easy. Everything is an illusion. And that's just where it's at with it. So it's like, play the game. If you know the game, you can't be played. And that's just kind of where we at with it. So since we know the game, we see what's happening here. We gotta be capitalize off of this new financial system. That's what we're gonna keep running with. And we're gonna capitalize off this financial system, and we're gonna go create our own community. Facts. We're gonna go do our own thing. We're not operating in this system no more. We're getting away from the evil. I don't care if I gotta move off grid and start my own shit, but I don't want to operate. I don't care if you go to church 7 days a week. You are operating with the devil right now. Anybody, if you pay your bills, if you go to work, if you pay your taxes, you working with the devil. And a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. But it's the truth because you're funding evil. You're funding evil. No matter how you try and flip it, you're funding evil indirectly. Even if that's not your intention, you're participating. You're participating. We all are. Anytime if I go buy a bag of chips, it sells tax on the bag of chips. I'm participating. I don't want to participate in this shit no more. This is why I'm heavily invested into this. I don't want to participate in this shit. I don't want to have nothing to do with this.
Listen, I was ready. I was trying to see. I was looking to my left, looking to my right, to see if Jokers was ready back in 2020 to take a stand for something. Once I seen nobody was taking a stand for nothing, I was like, oh, okay. All right. I see what's going on here.
Yep. So, yeah, man. So here we are with it. So now they saying Easter. So let's see what happens in April. With this Clarity Act, I just know Tom is not on their side because campaigning for the midterm. So it's looking real crazy right now. But we do got some other news. I wanted D to go over this article about how 75%, while we on this topic, we might as well stay here. 75% of consumers say inflation coping strategies aren't working. I told my mama it's not a budget in the world right now that will like help anybody's situation. I don't care how well you budget, how disciplined you are. There's a world right now that's gonna have you that's gonna make your chest not be tight. Your chest gonna be tight regardless. But let's talk about it, because 75% of consumers are they said it's not working. The coping strategies ain't working, D.
All right, so let's break this down. I thought this was pretty interesting. So a new report said that 75% of people feel their ways of dealing with inflation aren't working at all. So even though people are trying harder than ever to manage money, they still feel like they're falling behind. So the main problem here is everything is still expensive as hell, right? So prices are still up for basic shit like groceries. We were literally just talking about this shit yesterday. Groceries, housing, healthcare. So about 51% of Americans say it's hard to pay for everyday living expenses. This is just basic general need shit, right? And that number hasn't improved much. So grocery prices themselves are hitting almost everybody. So food is one of the biggest pressure points. 89% of people feel financial stress when buying groceries, fam. That number is increasing. So this is not just groceries anymore. I'm talking about eating out, food delivery. 47% of people say even those are stressful to afford. So just getting a DoorDash, getting an Uber Eats, or going to, I'm not even saying a high-end shit. I'm just saying going to Wendy's, going to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like going to,
enjoy going out to eat. You can't even enjoy rewarding yourself. Bro, you can't even take your family out without being like, damn, I don't even know if I should spend this $200. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy, bro.
Yeah. I was just reading somebody's quote the other day. They said that the double or the triple cheeseburger meal at Wendy's used to be like $4 back in the 80s. That shit is $15, damn near $20 now. Crazy.
Easy just said a 3-piece at Popeyes is $16. What the hell is Easy? It's $16 for a 3-piece.
A three piece is $6. Oh wow. So consumers are using multiple strategies to survive: cutting spending, working extra jobs, using payment plans, borrowing money, especially younger people. So many use 4 or more strategies at once. But the key problem here is even with all this effort, people still feel like it's still not working. It's still not working, fam. And then the confidence is dropping fast as hell. So before, 34% of people felt like the strategies worked well, but now only 25% feel that way. So that's a huge drop just in a couple of months when they last did a study. And then healthcare is also becoming a big burden, right? You were just telling me about that shit last week about healthcare. And then older people, insurance premiums going up, dental care. And then with younger people, you got prescriptions, vision care, mental health services. Healthcare is no longer a one-time expense. It's becoming a monthly financial stress for a lot of people. And then different generations are responding differently. So the younger people, the Gen Z, millennials, they're stacking multiple strategies. They're taking on extra work and using credit or payment plans. And the older people are just cutting back spending and avoiding big purchases altogether. So they can't even live. On their way out the door of this reality, they can't even spend.
Right. And so if you're older, keep in mind that you can't tell us how to operate, because y'all are, you got your house, you can't tell us how to spend when you got pretty much everything. So you just cutting back on just probably, y'all probably going far. I know my mama going on at least 3 vacations a year. Ooh, she had to cut back 1 vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But it's mad different for the younger people because we're not as established as y'all is. So please be mindful of that. Like when y'all see young people out here just stressed out or on the internet crying, y'all house was $180,000 for a single family home. Y'all got 3-bedroom houses with a 2-car garage for $185K. I was looking at that the other day. My mom's old house, $185,000 for the house I grew up in. That same house is $300,000 now. $300,000. So you can't. I'm sorry, y'all cannot say anything to millennials and below. Gen Z, Gen X, Gen A, whatever. But y'all can't say nothing to us. I'm sorry. But if y'all was making $50,000 a year, owning a home, a vehicle, and that was great for y'all. But I'm just saying, please don't be out here giving us a hard time when we call and ask y'all for $300-$400. Just don't give your kids and grandkids a hard asking y'all for money for bills because they can't cover it. Because you like, oh, well, why did you listen? We're just trying to enjoy our life like y'all did. We don't get that opportunity. All of our we go to work and all our money has to go to bills. Sorry. I need your credit card, Mom. Sorry. Dad, I need your credit card. Sorry. Yo. Like, it's just you had me in 1997, and I didn't ask to be born in these times, but here we are. But I'm sorry.
Still, here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
What people actually want now is consumers are not giving up, so they're looking for better tools. They want predictable bills. They want flexible payments. They want better visibility of their money, tools to manage monthly cash flows. So not more hacks. They just want simpler systems to follow. I mean, it would help if the prices just went down. So why this matters for the economy is because this tells us something important about the bigger economy. Inflation is still hurting people. Consumers are stretched very thin, and then the spending power is weakening. And then consumer spending drives the economy. It's like everything seems like discretionary spending right now. Everything, right? So this can impact businesses, small businesses, because small businesses are still like the heart of, our country. I mean, the heart of the global economy for real. Small businesses keep this shit going. So this is going to impact businesses. Of course, the stock market, they love to talk about that shit, and then economic growth. So shout out to everybody that was in class yesterday, because we definitely gave y'all some strategies yesterday on how to use AI and how to start creating more, income streams for yourself. And if you were in class yesterday, you should have got the email for part 1. Go check your email. Type in Podia, and the email should be there. And you'll have the link for part 2, which is coming this Sunday. So shout out to everybody that was in class yesterday. But yeah, fam, in the bigger spectrum of all this shit, fam, shit's wild.
It's crazy out here. Everybody's broke. I don't knock nobody's hustle. Now is not the time to be calling anybody soul on this planet. That should be calling anybody broke, unless you're just completely lazy and you're not doing anything, picking on anyone's job. I don't care if you are an Amazon driver. I work for what's a big company? I don't care if you work for Microsoft or Apple, and you're a cloud engineer. I don't care, bro.
Right.
It's spending so much money to just survive. It's not even funny. It's not funny at all. Just to survive. We ain't talking about to enjoy their life, survive and keep their head above water. People are spending so much money. So much money. So please be kind when y'all go out, bro. I cannot emphasize that enough. I have to remind myself that, even though I go through what I go, we all have individual issues, but please be kind when you go out. Some people are at one word or just somebody bumping their shoulder a little too hard from the fuck out. It's crazy. All people, most of these people are innocent. People are just trying to work and take care of their kids, man. That's it. If niggas can't even do that. So please don't make shit worse than what it is. Please be kind as you can. I'm telling you, the universe gives it back. When you do kind gestures and you do kind acts, I promise you the universe gives it back to you tenfold. I promise you. I've seen it happen in my own life. I'm speaking from experience. Be kind. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if your car just got possessed this morning. Be kind. Okay? Be kind. So, man, yeah, this is, yeah, man, we in some crazy times.
Right. Listen, one thing that you can do that has helped me out in the past that, still does. I write my goals down on a card. Goals down on a card. And I keep it in my pocket all the time. So whenever I get worried or stressed out, I just go in my pocket and be like, oh, okay, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? Just do that shit. Do that shit. I'm telling you, you program yourself to think positively and look at your goals 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get stressed or anything like that, like it's going to sway your mood. It's going to sway your mood. So that'll help. Affirmations, fam.
For sure. Affirmations for sure. So we got this agenda AI push. I just wanted to go over this. I saw this yesterday, but I just didn't have enough articles. But this article I thought was very, very interesting. So agentic AI pushes banks to fix security data and decision rights. So this is a big one right here. This is another one that this is another topic that people should definitely be discussing. So let me actually pull that one up. 1 second, y'all. So banks are rushing to adopt agentic AI. So this is basically AI that can make decisions and take action. So, but it's exposing major weaknesses in some data infrastructure, decision-making authority, which is basically who or what is allowed to act. So the tech is basically ready, but the foundation is not. So maybe this is what's holding everything up. Because this is something that they need. So so what is agentic AI real quick for those that may not know in the chat, but it moves beyond chatbot. So it actually executes tasks and decisions. So it can approve transactions, detect fraud, move money, handle compliance workflows. So this is a shift from AI assist humans to autonomously. So the problem here is that the article is highlighting that banks can't just plug this in because security models are outdated. Here we go with our outdated technology here in America because we're ignorant. So banks can't just plug this in because security models are outdated. So current systems were built for humans plus static rules. AI is dynamic, it's autonomous, it's a multi-system. So abilities and risk. Also, the data is fragmented. So bank data is siloed, it's inconsistent, and it's not in real time. So AI agents need clean, unified, trusted data to make decisions. Without it, you have bad inputs that equals bad autonomous decisions. So decision rights are also unclear. So this is a big one that we need to discuss. So who is allowed to approve it? So basically they're saying this is big because who is allowed to approve the transactions? Who's going to flag the fraud? Who's going to move the funds? So now we can replace that who with AI agents, but the issue and clearly define what AI can do, what requires human approval and accountability. So what banks are doing about it? They're rebuilding security around AI. They are rebuilding security around AI. So they're treating AI agents like employees. Banks are treating AI agents like employees. So they're giving them identity, permissions, and monitoring controls. So security is becoming the foundation, not an add-on. So they're fixing data infrastructure. So real-time data systems. H bar, who said it in the chat? Shout out to Alan. H bar, yeah, y'all better check out Hedera. So they're moving toward real-time data systems and unified data layers. So the goal is that AI can act instantly with full context. So also this is redefining governance, which is so it is creating rules like what decisions AI can make independently and what right. So they're also building audit rails and accountability frameworks. So this matters because this is infrastructure for autonomous finance. So AI agents will eventually manage accounts, allocate capital, and execute trades. So this is the back-end build-out of autonomous systems. So efficiency gains are also so examples mentioned are in the article are faster onboarding, fewer fraud false positives, reduced manual compliance work, and banks are chasing lower costs, faster decisions, and higher margins. But the risk is also increasing because AI making decisions equals risk layer. So if the governance is weak, so errors can scale instantly. Fraud detection failures multiply and accountability becomes so that's basically what they're working on right now. So this is what I think the holdup is exactly what's in this article, which is why I wanted to talk about it and bring it to everybody's attention because we're just so behind. We're so behind. So banks are basically rebuilding security with AI, innovation and control. So that's what's happening right now. So we got to get the security. We got to get the security done. So definitely wanted to point that out for those that's just kind of in limbo. Like, what is the holdup? What's taking so long? Why are we not going? We got the rails. We got X, Y, and Z. Well, this is. I think this might be part of it. We got to fix security, data, and decision rights.
Oh, that's 100. That's 100. That's 100. Shout out to everybody that was in class yesterday. Y'all gonna learn how to create your own AI agent on Sunday. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's in that AI class, bro. That's gonna be epic. Yeah, that's what we at with that. Now we got to talk about this Social Security thing. Oh, this is why I be saying we got to put an age limit on Congress if we're gonna continue to operate in the system. If we're not gonna do anything about it, we got to get an age limit at least. Like, if we're gonna continue this bullshit, can we please at least get an age limit on Congress? Jesus Christ! Once you turn about 59, you need to go. I ain't gonna lie. Well, once I turn 59, I wouldn't want to be dealing with the government, but that's just me. But y'all got power trip problems, egos. Shit is insane. So you got Senator Durbin moves to block Social Security trust funds from investing in crypto following Trump's crypto retirement push. So let's see what his shitty excuse is for this. What you say, D?
No, I said, "Yup." You know what I mean? Like this is the type of shit, and this is what we talking about, fam. This is what we be talking about. It's like the answer be right in front of you, but then people like him would be like, "Oh, no, it's too volatile. We don't want to." No, they want your money because they want to keep putting it into the shit that they like, fam, and keep propping up the system. But this is your hard-earned money. This is your hard-earned money, though, for sure.
Yes, exactly. It's my age and term limits. Yeah, Butterfly, you're right. Age and term limits, for sure. Let's talk about this real quick. So a new bill has been by Dick Durbin. His name is Dick. That's his name. Dick Durbin. He aims to permanently ban funds from investing in crypto. He aims to permanently ban Social Security. So here we go with that control that everybody's so afraid of, that they think crypto gonna bring in. They already trying to do it with ain't got the Clarity Act passed, and he already trying to tell y'all how to spend y'all Social Security. Yeah. So I'm just saying, he trying to tell y'all how to spend y'all, because he said y'all don't need to be investing in crypto with y'all Social Security money. So let's talk about it. So we got what the bill actually does. So no crypto this is called No Crypto in Social Security Act. No crypto in Social Security. Wow. So it would legally require that Social Security funds cannot invest in cryptocurrencies. So it in current structure, so funds stay in the U.S. Treasury in the securities only. So this is about protecting retirement money from crypto exposure. I told y'all that was gonna be their excuse to protect you. That's gonna be their excuse.
Protection.
That's gonna be their excuse. Protection. Now, do I think this bill gonna get passed? Hell to the no. I just thought it was funny that this is even being. So I just thought y'all should know. You got old ass senators like Dick Durbin introducing No Crypto and Social Security Act. Is a fun. So why does bill?
Easy says senator ain't short. Sen ain't short for senator. It's short for senior citizen.
No, for real. So why this bill is being proposed? Because the crypto market dropped from 4.2 trillion to 2.3 trillion in months. It's a flop. So that I told y'all this was gonna be. I knew what it was. I didn't even have to read what they was gonna say. The argument is that it's too unstable for retirement funds and national safety nets. So they're saying that they are protecting 70 million Americans. Social Security supports disabled individuals, so lawmakers view it as a guaranteed system that shouldn't take risk. That's what they're telling. That's what they're gonna run with. So and then we also had a reaction to crypto policy moves. So the bill comes after it pushes to expand crypto into retirement systems, because y'all know the 401ks and all that with Fidelity. They're telling y'all to put y'all shit in crypto. And then loosening restrictions on crypto and 401ks. So this is a pushback, not random legislation. So what it really signals is that this is a battle over retirement capital. Thank you. That's what this is really about. Let's get to the root of the problem. This is a battle over retirement capital. So this isn't about crypto. It's about who controls long-term capital. So Social Security is about $2.5 trillion. It's one of the largest capital reserves in the world. So the question here is should that capital ever enter crypto? I think that it's their money. They paid into the system. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money. If you don't want to buy crypto, cool, that's on you. If you do want to buy crypto, cool, that's on you. It's your money that you paid into the system. I don't care where the funds, whatever the fuck you talking about, treasury fund bullshit. It's my money.
Exactly.
Nigga, especially people that's been working since they was 12, 13 years old. Bitch, that's my money. You can't tell me what to do with it. It's my bread. It's mine. I should be, and honestly, I shouldn't have to wait an age to be able to tap into my Social Security. I should be able to get my Social Security right now because I've been paying into it. It's my money.
And then when you get a chance, look what I just sent you. I think that was from last year. We talked about this too.
You just sent it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Hold on. Social Security won't be able to pay full benefits in 2034 if Congress doesn't act. So, what's this one talking about?
So basically, it's like, I feel like what he's doing is like a cop out because this is inevitable anyway. So you're talking about from now until 2034, which is 8 years. So if they can't give you the full benefits anyway, by the time 2034 rolls around, they don't want you to be in something that's going to appreciate in value.
No, they don't. They know where this is going. By 2030, even if it dips and they drag this mug down as low as they possibly can, they know where all this stuff is going by the time we get to 2030. Come on now, let's be for real.
Yep. So that's why you gotta protect yourself, man, as much as you can.
Absolutely. So y'all see what these people trying to do? They're trying to control y'all retirement, control your funds. They don't need the blockchain to do that, as you can see, because they'll introduce bills like this. Do I think he'll be successful? Again, no. Not with this administration. It's just the principle that they can introduce things like this to try and control your money. So I just want y'all to see that y'all talk about this beast system and all of this. No, they can control your money right now. They actually do control it right now. If they can cease your assets right now and they can take all your money, or they can freeze your bank account, they can freeze your money, they already control your money. Your money's already controlled. It's already controlled. So if they're gonna sit here and try and tell you what you can and can't spend your Social Security check on, that is control. That's crazy. So yeah, I won't even have to go too much into this, but pretty self-explanatory. But he also contradicted himself. That's kind of what I put in my notes about. It's very clear contradiction happening on the infrastructure side because you got MasterCard buying stablecoin rails, you got CFOs tokenizing assets, and you have banks literally preparing AI systems, and institutions are building with crypto. So to sit here and then tell people that, oh, it's too volatile. It went from 4.2 trillion to 2-point-something trillion in 4 months. It went down 45% in months. It's bullshit. Because why else would institutions, those MasterCard, be involving themselves in something that's so dangerous? It's so dangerous to society. So here we are. So y'all pay attention to these old ass senators. Nobody gives a shit. No one ever talks. You barely hear about Dick Durbin anyway. So no one gives a shit about him. So we'll keep going. We gotta talk about the CFTC real quick and PayPal. I'm gonna actually start with PayPal real quick. PayPal. Here go PayPal. So they are 70 country PYUSD expansion with rewards for its stablecoin. So they gonna keep going with the rewards despite this clear being in limbo. So PayPal said, "The hell with y'all. Until y'all figure it out, we're gonna offer the rewards." That's
for sure, as they should.
Yeah, until y'all give us some rules, that's what we're gonna do. Shout out to PayPal. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gave us no rules yet, so I ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing illegal. Y'all ain't made no rules yet. Y'all ain't signed nothing in the law. So here we go. And we're gonna do it in 70 countries. And we're gonna offer it. So PayPal is making
I said they're not keeping that shit quiet at all if they're doing it in 70 countries.
They don't care. So PayPal is making a major global push, expanding its stablecoin PYUSD to 70 countries. So while offering rewards to users holding it. So the big move here is that PYUSD is going from 2 countries, which was just the US and the UK, to 70 countries globally. So users will be able to send, receive, hold, and earn rewards in some regions. This is a mass distribution play, not just a feature update. So it means that they get global digital dollar access. So users in South America, Africa, and Asia can now hold USD value in their wallet, and they can also avoid local currency conversion. Is exporting the digital dollar globally. They are exporting it. They're doing it. They're also solving cross-border payment pain. So the traditional system, y'all know, is high fees, slow transfers, forced currency conversion. PYUSD is faster, cheaper, and it keeps value in the US dollar. So for an example, so sending money from the US to Peru is no forced conversion to local currency and lower fees. So they are also introducing yield on money. So this can earn 4% on USD holdings. So that turns stablecoins into a digital savings account alternative. So the hidden conflict here is this is regulation. So this expansion is happening while the Clarity Act is being installed here in America, and the debate centers around whether stablecoins should offer rewards or yield. So banks are pushing back. Banks are arguing about stablecoin rewards and how people gonna pull their money out and their deposits and stuff, and how they can't compete with the savings accounts no more. So this does threaten the traditional model. So maybe y'all should hurry up and pass the Clarity Act. Maybe y'all should get that done. Maybe. So PayPal is a global payment layer. So this isn't just expansion, it's strategy. So PayPal is turning PYUSD into a global settlement rail inside its existing network of 200 plus countries. Stablecoins are replacing bank functions. What PYUSD now does, they already store value they already pay yield like say, and they move money globally like Swift. So that's banking without the bank. It's banking without so they are targeting emerging markets first. So this is intentional. So they are targeting regions with weak currencies, expensive remittances. So PayPal is where the traditional system is the weakest. This was very intentional, very strategic. PayPal. I don't fuck with PayPal that much, but shout out to PayPal.
Now you gotta tip your hat. You gotta tip your hat to them because them being tapped in with these businesses and stuff like that. They know they know where this is going, and they know how valuable this shit is. So they don't give a damn. They're like, we're gonna get ours regardless going into this next era.
And then PYUSD market cap is $4.1 billion. So it's up 5x in a year. It's still smaller than USDT, USDC, but it's growing fast with real world usage focus. You can clear system here is formed because you got an infrastructure stack happening. So you got stable coins with PayPal, PYUSD, you got RWAs and assets on chain. Then you got agentic AI for the decision making, and then you got MasterCard acquiring the actual rails. So this article is showing the distribution layer going global. So it's launching a stablecoin, is turning its global network into a digital dollar system with built. And remember, 70 countries, they expanded into 70 countries. Shout out to PayPal.
Damn.
I'm fucking with it. Yep. Kurt said it's all happening, and majority of people are still on the sideline. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Majority of people don't have a clue that this is even happening, y'all. They don't have. So we got the FTC. I believe this is the last article. Yeah, this is the last article.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the CFTC real quick. Let's talk about the CFTC. This announcement came out this morning, I believe. So the CFTC was no action position to self-custodial crypto asset wallet software provider. So the CFTC staff, this came out today. Yeah, because today's the 17th. Yeah. So the U.S. derivatives regulator has officially said that it will not enforce certain registration rules against a crypto wallet company now, as long as the company sticks to specific conditions. So this kind of no action statement is a regulatory green light short of a formal rule change. So what happened? So you got Phantom Technologies and self-custodial wallet. So Phantom Technologies asked the CFTC for clarity on how its self-custodial crypto wallet software can operate without triggering certain futures broker registration requirements. So a self-custodial wallet basically means users control their own keys and funds. It's not a centralized company holding the assets. So what the CFTC said was that the CFTC's market participants division said that as long as Phantom follows specific limitations, it will not recommend enforcement action against Phantom or its staff for not registering as an introducing broker, associated person of an introducing, especially for activities tied to facilitating trades between wallet users and regulated futures markets. So in plain language, the CFTC is letting this money operate without penalty today, even if technically they'd otherwise need to register under current rules. So this isn't full legalization or a new law. It's a regulatory tolerance signal. So it means that the CFTC is willing to be flexible with crypto interfaces. So regulators starting to acknowledge real world cryptons and give them room to operate with immediately forcing them into outdated definitions. So it shows how regulators are adapting to new tech. So the CFTC didn't reject the request. Instead, it gave carve out from enforcement. So that's similar to earlier CFTC no action letters that have helped innovation while rules catch up. So yeah, no action positions like this are crucial because they act as a temporary runway for companies to build new financial infrastructure while regulators and lawmakers finalize long-term frameworks. So this is similar to earlier CFTC or back office flexibility for derivatives firms, where the regulator allowed firms to operate while reporting structures evolve. So yeah, no, this is pretty big. This was a pretty big press release because they're actively shaping how crypto technologies integrate with U.S. financial markets, and they're not just debating whether they're allowed. So it's part of the institutionalization of crypto infrastructure with wallets, custody, and trading interfaces are now part of the regulatory landscape. So yeah, regulators are not trying to shut crypto down. That is a clear indicator here. They're trying to manage how it runs inside the system. So this CFTC no action position is a signal that the U.S. is towards conditional acceptance, right rejection. So this was pretty bullish that came out today with the CFTC.
Okay. Nah, that's dope. That's dope because they definitely clearing the way for the innovation to happen, you know, by putting these statements out and stuff like that. And that's the official website. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's the official website, right?
Yeah, that was the official website. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
So, man, so yeah, like we said, news was light as hell yesterday. Basically nothing. Today it was, you know, we had a couple things to go over. So, that's pretty much it. My brother's Wi-Fi is ass. I gotta tell him his Wi-Fi sucks. He's talking about his Wi-Fi good. His Wi-Fi is terrible.
Oh yeah. Are you fading away?
Yeah, I'm looking crazy. God damn, this shit better than mine in my house. But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much it, man. Make sure y'all join the Patreon. Make sure y'all join the BlockNation community. For those that want to support the channel, y'all want the channel to keep going up, make sure y'all support the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. That is absolutely free. For those that want to join the Patreon and join the BlockNation community, the link for that is in the bio. Somebody said that they signed up for the free trust and didn't hear back about it. I sent D a message on TikTok.
You gotta go to the. Yeah, you got to fill out the form. I think I know who that is. I just sent you a message back. If you want the free trust, go to the form that's in the link in the bio or the description. Fill that out. You will get a text message from me. I text everybody that sent me that filled it out. But I'll email you. I think I know who that is. So it says free trust class.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, free trust. So yeah, for those that want to take advantage of that free trust, that is still happening. I highly recommend people look into the free trust option. That is going to save a lot of people as well. So I mean, if you don't have a trust, you definitely need to be looking into that, especially if you got kids. But yeah, take advantage of that free trust opportunity. We can't emphasize that anymore. Definitely take advantage of educating yourself on DeFi right now. So we do have a DeFi. Everyone needs to be taking advantage of that, because I'm telling you, once we can get this Save America Act and this 30 Act done, I'm telling you, the next tackle is DeFi. And you want to be front and center. You want to be live and direct when that takes off. You don't want to be behind. Make sure you educate yourself on DeFi. The Patreon link is in the bio as well. Just click on that link tree. But other than that, y'all, that was pretty much all the news that we had. That'll probably be it for today. So we'll probably see y'all tomorrow unless something crazy happen. Other than that, we'll see y'all tomorrow. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Appreciate y'all. We got 43K likes over here on TikTok. Appreciate y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, we got to keep
running it. That's what it is.
Yeah, so make sure y'all stay tapped in. I am thinking about now the class. I am thinking about doing a wealth strategy class just for just to show people just different options that they do have on the wealth strategy side, because we see everything happening on the back end. We see the infrastructure being built. We see the transition happening, but how many people have a wealth strategy? How many people are actually set up correctly and gonna know how to move when this stuff does take off and boom? Because it's one thing you're gonna get the wealth, but can you keep it? You can get the millions and billions of dollars, but can you keep it? Can you manage it? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like? So I'm thinking about we're gonna go ahead and do a wealth strategy class. So y'all go ahead and get ready for that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that together. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I may have that ready by tomorrow. Please, Ash is needed. Okay, I got you. So yeah, we'll tap in on the wealth strategy side. It's just suggestions because we're not financial advisors, but we will show y'all some options out here. It's neat. I've been getting a lot of DMs about that, so we'll tap into that. But yeah, we appreciate everybody tapping in with us today. So yeah, we'll see y'all next time we got some news.
All right, and one more thing for everybody that got was in class yesterday, make sure you check your emails. You got the email.
Yeah, type in Podia in the search bar. All right. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, just tap on that link tree for those that want